Miles of hard road.
Grazie, cominciamo allora
ecco,
con le domande.
Allora, la prima domanda.
Posso fare una domanda in inglese? Vorrei chiedere sul il punto in cui siamo nel business dei film in generale. Il fatto che grazie alla tecnologia è sempre più facile fare un film, vedere un film, ci sono sempre più festival, il mercato è sempre più internazionale. Come vedi tutti questi cambi nei prossimi anni?
Well, I'm of two feelings about it. Francis Coppola once said to me, you know, there's a 7-year-old girl somewhere in the middle of the country with a camcorder who's the next Mozart of film, right? Makes you think. And the other side of me is the knowledge that film is a very new medium, art medium, when you think of it, and that we jump from silent film to talkies fairly soon. And we commercialized it, because talkies we were able to relate to, and I don't know if we missed out by not having those years of silent film, where film was going, to what point was it? But it is a very perplexing medium, because the more you make movies and the more you see the magic of them, the more you realize how young and youthful they are. And you know there's an expression somewhere in movie making. And it's infinite right now for me. So I don't know, as long as there's people out there who are going to express themselves through film, I'm excited by that. The rest is, you know, things go through phases, and so we're at a certain phase now. If you could explain the phase to me, I'd appreciate it. I don't know what it is. It's just that some movies are more accessible. Maybe it's become a more popular medium, more people doing it. Consequently, there'll be more opportunities and more films, more interesting ones.
Buonasera, sono Marco Spagnoli per il Primissimo Giornale dello Spettacolo. Volevo chiederle, lei spesso nei suoi film interpreta il mentore di un altro personaggio, insomma un personaggio più anziano che sta in un rapporto con un personaggio più giovane. Ecco, dal punto di vista della recitazione, lei ha l'età per essere considerato, e lo è da tutti noi, un maestro. Quanto è difficile comunicare, o quanto è complesso comunicare agli attori più giovani l'arte della recitazione, e qual è la differenza tra riuscire a comunicare l'arte e al tempo stesso non intimidirlo essendo al Pacino? Grazie.
Yes. The idea that I played mentors is something, I guess, that there was a phase, a time where some of those movies worked commercially. They did well, they were popular. So in Hollywood, things that are popular, people like to repeat. And so I did them more, you know, and I tried to find certain things to, you know, and to accommodate the characters and give the characters life, and hope that the scripts were doable. But with young actors, most of whom have become friends and colleagues, as I said with Lee Strasberg, you know, I've experienced what it was like to work with Marlon Brando when I was a kid. And I remember his kindness to me, and his consideration and gentleness to me, because he sort of felt what I was going through. I feel that the actors today are much more confident, much more experienced with film. When I started in film, I had only done stage. my entire life. So the young actors are more, they've got movies under their belts. They're more, and they may have a little bit of intimidation simply because of having grown up with me. That's basically what it is. A lot of these young people grew up seeing movies, and some of which maybe impressed them in some way. And so there is that residue. However, it's quickly gone. And it's sort of up to me and them to alleviate ourselves of it, because once we do, which is, it's a matter of minutes, maybe, sometimes an hour or so, and we start to talk. I mean, it's up to us to put ourselves at ease. It's up to the director to understand that. That's why I do like rehearsal, because when you make a movie and you don't rehearse, you're subject to all these things. So it's a good idea to say, let's go out, have some dinner, let's talk, let's just, where did you, what's your mother and father do? What are you doing later? Let's go have coffee, let's just hang out. And you find you do that, and like anything else, you just start to see the person. They start to see me, I start to see them. And that's the communication. And it really does, it does make a difference. But it's always there. It's a good question, because it is always there.
Salve, Paolo Festa, primissima film.it. In Looking for Richard, Al Pacino cominciava dicendo di voler trasmettere su pellicola la sua passione per William Shakespeare. È stata la stessa cosa per Salome, ci può parlare di questa sua terza regia? Com'è andata? Grazie.
Well, Salome came out of a desire to express Oscar Wilde's inspiration in part in this play, and also to express the story of his life a little, so that people got a sense of who he was. My shock was when I first saw Salome, not the opera, but I'm talking about the play Salome, done in England by a great actor and director, Stephen Burkoff. I was quite taken with it, and I didn't realize until it was over that Oscar Wilde had written it. I was unfamiliar with the play, as is so many people who do what we do. I was surprised, and the fact I was unfamiliar with it was not the only thing, is the fact it was so great and it moved me so much. So I decided to look into it by playing in it and acting in it. And then slowly I thought, I'll maybe try to see if I can make a movie of it in some way. And I pondered it and played with it a few years and went off and found a way, I thought, an inroad into making this movie. In a more of the style of Looking for Richard. It's different than Looking for Richard, but it's still in that genre. So I'm still working on it. This is my third year, and it's coming along. I wish it were playing here this time, maybe next year. Producer here, Barry Navidi, is here at the festival this year. I would hope that next year we could bring it to this festival. But I'm very interested in it. I also was in Los Angeles. My little children, my young ones are in Los Angeles, so it was my opportunity to stay there and be with them, but also to do something there. I think I answered too long, don't I? No? I was told, right? I'm too long-winded.
Vi ricordo che al termine dell'incontro, che ci sarà tra poco, proietteremo in anteprima assoluta un piccolo trailer di pochi minuti che Al Pacino ha portato con sé e che sono le primissime immagini che si vedranno nel film.
Oh yeah. Johnny don't like the teacher, Johnny don't like the school. One day Johnny gonna do something, show him he's nobody's fool. Oh yeah.